The right of the petitioner to be transferred
Yes.
is not dependent with or dependent on
Yes.
a transferee filling up his post. That's the state's.
This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
Mr. Subhaprakash Lahiri, my lord, appearing in this matter. He is on legs, my lord.
It is regarding, my lord, 9 AC willingness. Your lordship had, my lord, taken up this.
We are passing that order.
My lord?
We are passing that order. You have checked that order.
Yes, yes, I have checked that order.
We have said that you willing is not appearing in that, so it will be you should consider it in terms of
9 AC, what appears there from?
And the observations made in our.
Yes, my lord. I was inclined to, my lord, trouble your lordships with only 2 or 3 things, my lord, to see, my lord, whether at all the petitioner has a right before to claim before your lordships.
Right in the sense?
Right in terms of 9 AC. My lord, I was inclined to argue before your lordships, my lord, for your lordships consideration.
So why do you say so?
Lord, 9 AC is, my lord, an executive order on the matter of transfer.
It is a guideline.
Guideline.
Yes.
Guidelines. Now, my lord, it is for your lordships to consider, my lord.
But it is a guideline following another notification by which the rule was amended.
Yes, rule has been amended 2 or 3 times. Thereafter, my lord, it did not provide for single teachers. So, to provide for the single teachers, there is a guideline by way of 9 AC.
Yes.
Now, my lord, what I wanted to press before your lordships is that whether, my lord, the petitioner can at all claim to have a right of
that is not the ground of the DI also. DI also doesn't say 3rd January does not apply. We would have heard you on that point.
Yes.
But the DI has proceeded that yes, I will follow 3rd of January.
Yes.
But willingness is required.
Thereafter, my lord, the appellant, what if I have rightly understood, the appellant wants that why wait for willing teachers?
Yes.
My lord, rather direct somebody to go and join.
Yes.
My lord, state respondents have refrained from that. Now, my lord, the appellant wants a direction from your lordship on the state respondents so that they go and transfer. My lord, there I say in matters of transfer, guidelines do not confer any justiciable right on the.
Kindly check up the 3rd January. If it is 3rd January memo, it has been said
Yes.
that if the DI, you come to the 3rd January
Yes.
memo, see the encircled portion.
No, 3rd January is 9 AC. That is probably, my lord.
No, you come to the bottom of that circular.
Yes.
What is the procedure to be followed?
Yes.
School cannot reject it. It will go to the DI. DI will say that this person can do that work and send it to the director.
Yes.
So all goes to the court of director.
Yes.
Director on that basis will forward it to the commission.
Yes.
So there is no scope for any pinpointing or cherry picking to the effect that I have to find out a willing teacher.
Yes.
Other than
my lord, your lordship, I am not on your lordship's interpretation, my lord. I cannot say anything against that because that is there, my lord. I have no point.
There is no need to argue this point because your DI itself says that I am following 3rd January.
Yes. But upon following 3rd January, my lord, I am only on the point. My lords are correct, my lord. I bow down to that willingness is not contemplated.
Yes.
But my lord, whether even after, my lord, say, my lord, we read this as willing is not required, any teacher will have to be found out by the DI or the authorities concerned, and they have to be directed to join for temporary basis. Now, whether the appellant, I am on this, whether the appellant can make us do that. Based on this, because I say, my lord, most humbly, that he has no right based on this of which he can claim an enforcement before this court. This I want to argue before your lordships.
Suppose that does not appear to be very convincing. Because what you are saying is you are arguing something which your DI has also not contemplated.
I understand, my lord, there is a catch-22, my lord, that the DI has worked upon this. But I was, my lord,
You that,
yes.
Mr. Bose,
My lord?
if you argue that point before
Yes.
us, will you not be taking a step ahead of the DI's reasoning?
That is, my lord, if I may say this, place this before your lordship, this also troubled me. That would I not go contrary to what the DI had said, my lord? Then I thought, my lord, the DI had tried to work on the basis of that notification of 3rd January.
So
Now,
we
my
are
lord,
not pronouncing any view on that aspect. If
Yes.
your DI
Yes.
on the basis of this order wants to take a point,
Yes.
that 3rd January will not be applicable, he is free to do so. We have only said considered in terms of that, and in the light of our observation, which says that willingness.
Willingness, that
Only in
Milord,
respect
yes,
of that
only in
willingness part.
Ashok, the present.
ঠিক আছে জজ সাহেবরা বলছে 3rd জানুয়ারি বেসিসে যদি না করে
কালকে একটা অর্ডার দিয়েছিলাম। এই 7/2022 কি? Where is Mr. Light?
He is on legs, my lord. Code number 18.
Milord,
Only make it short pass for lordship.
Mr. Lahiri is not here. Milord, Milords are probably inclined to Milord reiterate or pass an order similar in terms of the PLE Chakraborty order. Milord, I see a line over there that your lordships have been pleased to direct that the authority shall take expeditious steps for filling up the resultant vacancy that may arise after the appellant is transferred. Milord, I am on that, whether the appellant can claim a right to transfer. Whether he can claim a right to transfer based on that guideline.
Here in his presence, come tomorrow.
Grateful lordship.
If you want to, but think over, Mr. Bose, if we return a finding to that effect, because what we wanted to know is what is the problem of the DI, whether your state authorities will leave it or not.
My lord, I had, my lord, observed, my lord, I had understood what had fallen from your lordship. I had taken steps with regard to that also. One practical difficulty is that, my lord, though this case will not be applied over there, one practical difficulty in other cases where work education is not involved, all the vacancies have been frozen. So, my lord, probably now there will be no question of any transfer. But this is work education. Second SLST is not with regard to work education. So, this matter I cannot argue that. Lord, probably I have made myself clear on this. Lord, so work education, Lord, that is why I had delved deeper into this, Lord, and I have also spoken to my Lord higher ups also that I wanted to, Lord, trouble your lordships only on this point, that whether the applicant can claim a right of transfer. What is the arrangement, that is clear. There is no question of willingness on that.
What is telling you, Mr.
Yes,
Bose,
yes.
that is what we are assessing. We are assessing an order passed by the single judge,
Yes.
limiting the consideration only when a willing teacher is found. We are adjudicating that issue.
Yes.
It has not been argued before the single judge as regards the right which you are arguing now. It has not been the stand of the DI also.
Very true.
Now, in terms of if on your advice the DI now takes a decision,
Yes.
comes with any other clause to that effect,
Yes.
we shall consider that.
Yes, but my lord may do that, my lord. I bow down to that. But I was apprehending, my lord, that this portion may arise after the appellant is transferred.
Yes.
My lord, I am on that question whether he can claim a right of transfer, because once he is transferred, the question of filling up of the
DI
vacancy.
has not said that you cannot be transferred. We could have understood that.
Yes.
Could have understood.
My lord, after his, if
There
your
is a-
lordship say that after his transfer is considered, then my lord, I believe everything will be okay. My lord, it is subject to what your lordship say, my
Yes,
lord.
yes.
That may arise after the appellant's transfer is considered. Then, my lord, the question of, my lord, the DI saying,
No. 3rd January memo says that
Yes.
you have to forward the name of the person who will be placed in the seat of
in the seat of the vacancy created upon transfer. Yes.
that will be created,
Yes.
because he cannot be released unless there is a substitute. So if you read this decision has to be contemporaneous.
Yes.
He will choose a person, send it to the director.
Yes.
Director will send to the commission. Commission will then grant the
Yes,
transfer, and the consequential vacancy will be filled up as a local arrangement, as a
And
stop.
yes, and once this consequential vacancy is filled up, my lord says that then only he can move out to the transferred post.
Naturally. Without that substitution, the circular does not say so.
Yes. So my only apprehension is, Milord, this words, Milord, kindly consider appellant is transferred. The vacancy that may arise after the appellant is transferred.
Naturally, because it is a local arrangement. It
So,
is not.
but I am on the question of transfer.
ট্রান্সফার হয়ে গেলে তারপরে লিখেছি they followed
Transfer gets crystallized by this order.
3rd January.
একবার
For classes, school authority shall not reject the
May I just for your lordships read that operative portion which is troubling me, Milord. I'm sorry, Milord.
Yes, yes.
which
Yes,
one are
sir.
you reading, Mr. Bruce?
Yes, Milord.
Which order are you reading?
Milord, the judgment and order in Milord Piali Chakraborty versus State of West Bengal, MAT 979 of 2025. Milord, this was handed over to me, Milord, by Mr. Lahiri. This was passed by your lordships on 27th of July 2025 in MAT 979 of 2025. আমার কাছে আছে ম্যাট 979 of 2025.
Fortunate with lighter observation for filling up the that may arise. That may arise.
Transfer
After the activity transfer, transfer automatically accepted because it is dependent upon the decision of the director of school.
that may arise simultaneously with the appellant being transferred.
It's a choice of transfer. That does not. Then we will alter the word after with simultaneous.
Yes.
That will solve your problem.
After the Milord,
For filling up the resultant vacancy,
That may arise.
they may arise
on the transfer being, Milord, this I suggest on the transfer being considered. Because
on
I
the transfer being effected.
I do not want any right to crystallize in favor of the petitioner, Milord, so that he can say that no, my right to transfer has crystallized.
The right of the petitioner to be transferred
Yes,
is not dependent with or dependent on
yes.
a transferee filling up his post. That's the state's issue. That's
What
the
is
commissioner's
troubling
problem.
you is that
Yes.
this rider will go to show that he has to be transferred.
Yes,
I know
yes,
that's
Milord. That is my, Milord, trouble.
No, you are putting the cart
Cart
before the horse. This is Simon, the way of
It
reading.
has to.
My lords, may necessarily clarify that, Milord. I leave that to your
I'll
lordships,
tell you
Milord. Milord,
Simon,
after the-
we have
any
mentioned
language.
in our order.
yes, that will do, Milord. That will serve my purpose.
What has happened in this, there was a earlier writ petition.
Yes,
In contempt, an order was passed on 12th May.
yes, Milord.
Then what happened?
Milord, thereafter, Milord.
This is Boisakhi.
Yes, Boisakhi, yes. Milord, in the contempt matter, if I may, Milord, place this before your lordship once. Page, Milord, 120.
So that chapter is over. Now
that chapter
fresh,
is over. Now, Milord, the fresh
application.
writ application, Milord, the impugned order. Somewhat similar order has been passed by, Milord. May I read the operative portion, Milord?
The application is 22nd January 24. His application for transfer. page page annexure P13 page 75 or 125 দুটো নাম্বার
এখান থেকে দেখুন
এইটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেশনটা করা
Take the representation to 125 way.
তাই না Then let him come, let him explain to us. Mr. Bose, you come back tomorrow.
Yes, I can come back, Milord, on that. And I am only on that portion. That is all.
We
Milord,
shall hear him and
Yes,
in your presence we will pass.
now I know that I have been able to convey my, Milord, apprehensions to your lordships, Milord. Rest I'll leave upon your lordships.
Yes, yes, come.
I'm sorry, Mal. I'm extremely sorry.
No, you made this, your first application was directed to be considered. You went in contempt. Contempt court said that no teacher is willing to work. That is page 123.
Milord, his last transfer application seems to be 22nd of January 2024.
Yes,
Annexure
125.
P13.
Yes.
That is the basis of the writ petition.
Yes.
Page 122 is the order of the DI.
In contempt,
Uh,
which was taken
so
in
it is
contempt.
DI's order, my lord.
122, yes.
122, where the willing word is there.
no, that chapter
No,
is over. Now you have made a fresh application.
You have
Yes.
moved on from that.
Yes.
Mr. Bose's apprehension appears from that sentence. Just show it to him.
এই পান এই রূপম কালকে যেই অর্ডারটা দিলাম ওটা কোথায় তোমার কাছে
আমার গল্প হচ্ছে যে সবই ঠিক আছে এখানে বলছি
না, না,
যে
না।
take explicit steps for vacancy
আপলোড হয়েছে
that may arise after the appellant is transferred. আমি বলছি উইলিংটা তো পড়া উচিত নয় আমাদের, ঠিক আছে, but I do not want any right to accrue in favor of the
দেখো,
petitioner
আমার
that he says that he will have to be transferred, because I want to argue that it creates no right in your favor for being transferred.
where is this 23rd August 2022 order
23rd August.
Page 97.
Oh, that is, my lord, at page number 97. 23rd of August 2022, the order in the first writ petition.
page 97
Yes.
no, that is the order in আছে
আচ্ছা এটা বার কর মেনশনের অর্ডারটা বার কর
yes kindly come to page 98 this will answer your query
Upon transfer.
upon transfer of the petition
petition.
If allowed.
if allowed
Yes.
this is
And
this
in
has to be
addition
read
to
in that.
that, two coordinate benches, two coordinate honorable division benches have held on the same line. After the resultant vacancies to be filled up after the transfer, otherwise it does not make any sense.
Yes,
This 3rd January becomes
Okay.
redundant.
his argument is not that. His argument is that if you say that after transfer is effected, then a right accrues in favor of the person concerned to be transferred.
Yes.
He says that it is subject to a rider as has been held by you. So it may be construed in this fashion that no, first transfer, then whatever happens,
Yes.
happens. He is apprehensive of such a
Yes,
situation.
may I just respond to that, my lord? It has categorically held in all the proceedings before the coordinate division bench as well as single bench that first you have to give the transfer, and within a short period of time, temporarily you have to bring someone unless the next candidate comes. It has been the constant view of this honorable court in all the matters.
First you will have to find, suggest, then bring, then transfer.
No, first transfer then that's why the word resultant vacancy has been
So
used
the
by your
present
lordships
appeal has been
as well as the
preferred,
coordinate
challenging an order dated 9 January
What I was apprehensive
2025,
of.
No, that is
passed by